Welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate all of your support. Loaded in my Scorpion G Tier 8 German Premium TD on Cliff in a standard battle, and I am spawned here on the north spawn. You can see that I've headed over to the west side. We're going to talk about flexing, and we're going to talk specifically about a type of flexing where you are going to change your game plan. You're going to change your game plan. So what I see a lot, especially out of TD players and players that are either new or not very good, is they will go to a spot on the map, usually a spot they're comfortable with or a spot they like to go to, and they're anchored. They're not going anywhere. They're going to die in place. They will either win or lose at that spot. Well, if you want to get good at this game, you need to learn how to flex, and you also need to learn how to shit-can your bad plan and come up with a new one on the run if you have to. In this example, I have gone over to the west side, as you can see, which is a fairly typical place to go with TDs. Although I was worried right off the bat based on what I saw on the enemy teams. I knew I might be able to get to the bushes over here, but I also thought I might get spotted. And I know that because the south spawn has an easier time getting into this donut area than the north spawn does. And when you come over to these bushes, sometimes you can be seen by lights or mediums that are crossing in through here. So that's a known issue, and I am pressing on in here. I have consciously made a decision to make an aggressive move. I'm going to come in here and get spotted right away. So that is very bad. So now I've got problems. I'm spotted. Here comes the PTA. He knows I'm in there. He's going to come down. Then he disappears and unfortunately hits me, and I get hit by Artie. So instead of immediately getting out of there, I try to stay with my plan, and I get punished for it. So I have lost a bunch of hit points already, and my spot is no longer viable. We've got the Type 59 there. We've got the Leopard PTA, and you can see that, like I said, that part of the map is more easily controlled from the south spawn. So I'm going to use these buildings and bushes, and I'm going to drive straight away, and I am now flexing. Now normally flexing is you're going to get the hit points wherever they happen to be, or you're flexing to an emergency portion of the map, or you're moving to help a portion of the map. In this case, I am getting rid of a bad plan. All right, I am done with that plan, and I'm going to go somewhere else. So you'll see me come back here initially. Unfortunately, I do a little bit of searching here. I don't actually ever come back here, and since I was forced out of that western plan, I just decided to see if there was a way to get up high enough to get any shots on these guys in the middle. So what you're seeing now is a bit of a waste of time, and purely because, if you can believe it, I have no idea if this spot can even work. So I come up here, and if it does, it's only very fleeting shots. I'm seeing if I can get that PTA. No, that's not going to happen. That guy's behind rocks, and this is just not going to work, so I'm going to have to move. I'll take one more quick look there and then decide, you know what, I'm wasting time. I have got to continue to do something else. So there was two plans, right? The first one is one that I'm fairly comfortable with. I've used before. Go down the west, hide in the bush, punish those guys in the donut. Well, that wasn't working out. Second plan, do a little camping in the back. That wasn't working out, purely because I'm not familiar with that area at all. And now I'm going to come up to the middle. Now you've got to be careful when you come up onto the top here, especially when it's a mature battle like this one. That Conqueror that's facing off our Conqueror right in the middle, if he gets into those bushes, it's pretty easy to see me. Additionally, you do have to be careful about being seen by mediums over there. So I will pull back here to where I can see these guys, and down he goes. And now I will continue across. So I got two options, really, at this point, other than just sniping at these guys. Go over and help the push around the mountain right there, the KV3, AT7, and all those boys, or move back to the middle and help out the Conqueror and control in the middle. So I choose the middle. It looks like the mountain fight has things handled for the moment. They don't appear to be driving up the west side right now, at least not a lot, and that rock probably needed to be rammed. So now I'm going to come up here and start looking through these bushes. You do have to be careful right here. You can be seen if there happens to be somebody there, but the 59, the Scout are kind of sitting there. Now I'm looking for anything else that might be in this middle area. Got the Conqueror working for me. And now I'm just looking for anything foolish enough to move through the middle. So at this point in the game, I've occupied 2 important and 1 non-important spots in the game. Just trying to change my plan so I can find out something that's going to help the team. A couple more deaths. And again, nothing really going on. I knew that RHM was over there because I'd seen his last spotted point a while ago. But he moves forward and I'm able to actually see him. I'll put a shot into him and then I get spotted. So I need to drop back here. There are 2 Arty and they can eat up my Scorpion, the thin Scorpion, pretty easily. Conqueror goes in there and I'm looking to maybe get a piece of this scout, but he gets away and now I can't see the RHM. So now it's going through my mind, alright, that's fine, I got a shot there, but I'm clearly not in the fight right here. If I go forward, there are so many TDs, there's probably something camping somewhere nearby that's going to end up seeing me, and then once I'm out in the open, the Arty will have a field day. So let's change this fight once again. Change of plan. I noticed that the hill looks to be controlled by us. We've got a pilot 1 up there. Doesn't appear to be any enemy up there, so I'm just going to head up this hill. There's a Scorpion down the bottom. Can't really see him as far as line of sight goes. So I'll continue up. I may have actually had a shot right there if I'd have turned around and investigated. Charioteer probably as well. But I head straight up the hill because what's happening here on the east side is our guys are starting to lose. Pilot's up there, old Chevy 69. Now that T-30, I know if I get over to this little edge, I can kind of drop off a little bit here, get a shot on him. And he seems to be very busy with those guys. He just fired at him, so I'll punch a shot into him. And I'm going to back up against this lighthouse because I know they've got 2 Arty. I'm a little bit vulnerable to splash here anyway. I'm very surprised the pilot didn't get hit. There it is, finally. Now I'm kind of waiting. I'm looking at that T-30 and I'm waiting for him to take a shot. There he goes. He just took a shot, so I can come down here and finish him off. Whoa. Took me a while to get my gun on him. Very glad the Arty didn't get to me, and I'm going to tuck back up behind this lighthouse once again. It looks like the west side is okay. But things are starting to get a little better in hand right here. Now that I've gone dark, I'm going to shift a little bit. And I'll go take a look this way. I know there's a Tiger P. I know there's an RHM and a Su-122-44. The Charioteer is down there, so that's the 4 tanks they have, and then there's 2 Arty. So the Tiger P's right there. I see the RHM. The pilot gets killed by him, and this is my opportunity. So I'm going to take a chance right here to get rid of the RHM, even though I know I'm probably going to get hit or targeted by Arty. Back up, back. There's someone shooting at me, probably the Charioteer from below. I'm going to try to get around this corner. And there's the Arty. Gets a piece of me. And now I'll just hide as best I can. The Tiger P is still down there. I also know that the 122-44 is there somewhere. Now, I'm pretty sure the Charioteer can't actually see me. They are pretty quick, so he may have moved over nearby, but I think he fired from down below. So right now what I want to do is try to get a sneak attack on this TD. If I get lucky, he'll move back. There's also the Tiger P down below. So what I want to do is, if I can, I kill this 122-44 and then come down there and help kill off that Tiger P who's tearing up the KV-3 at this point. I know that guy's there. There we go. So we'll take him down. I start backing up and decide, you know what, rather than back up real slow, let's just go forward faster. That's going to be harder for them to hit me with their Arty. The Tiger P, that looks like the Charioteer took a shot at me. Tiger P actually knew I was there, so good on him for knowing that. Now I'm just running for my life, hoping to survive these shots, get behind these buildings if I can. There goes the Tiger P. The ST-1's able to take him down. How exactly an ST-1 was not able to kill a Tiger P a long time ago, I have no idea. So now we spin around, and interestingly, even though I said I thought he was down below a little while ago, the Charioteer is actually up on this level with us. So thankfully he missed a couple times, because that would have definitely hurt. Look for him. I don't really have a shot, so I'm going to have to get around behind him. He takes a hit from somebody. We'll move up. This little area right here is kind of difficult to use. It's hard to know what is being blocked by a building and what is being blocked by rubble or rocks and such. You can see he's right behind a rock right there. So I'm going to move up. I get seen. See if I can kill this guy here. There he goes. Outstanding. And now we'll move in. Looks like the two already are dead, and we end up winning. So there's an example of change of game plan as a flex. Alright, I went down to the west side. Kind of foolishly got out in the open, lost some hit points, realized, you know what, that's not a viable spot. Let's flex, get out of here. Change of game plan. Went up to the back here. Kind of foolish as well. I just had never really tried to use that spot. It has some fleeting shots into this area, but not very good ones. So then we'll flex back to the middle. See if we can get some shots here. Nope. Up to the actual middle. Take a shot on the RHM, see what we can do, and then flex back up to the top of the hill. So it's a mobile TD. It's got a turret, so it can do some things that your casemate TDs can't do. But the point of it is, if you're a player that goes to a spot and fights the entire fight there, no matter what happens, try to change that. If things aren't going well where you are, and it's depending on the mobility of your tank, maybe you need to go somewhere else. And maybe it doesn't have to be a huge reposition, but if you're getting hammered where you are, get out of there. Change a plan. I hope this helped. Hope you like what you saw. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you.